Let's talk about congruent versus similar shapes. So a reminder, when you see this cat, that means it's time to pause and take some notes. Remember, this cat means pause and fill out your notes. So what is a congruent shape? When we have two shapes that are the exact same shape, but they can be turned. So for example, these two triangles are the same shape, they've just been rotated. However, a similar shape can be a different size. The angles are still the same, and it still looks the same, but it's either bigger or smaller. Now, how can we tell if a shape is congruent or similar? Well, we have to measure the sides and the angles of the shape. So if the sides and the angles are exactly the same length, same size, then the shape is congruent. Remember, congruent means the shapes are exactly the same. It's just okay if they've been turned. I like to think of it as my phone. If I take my phone and turn it to the left, it's still my phone. If I turn my phone to the right, it's still my phone. However, if the sides are not the same length as the original, but they're proportional, so that means I multiply them all by the same number. I can make them bigger or smaller by multiplying all the sides by the same number. And the angles are the same. Then your shape is similar. Here's an example of two congruent triangles. As you can see, the long sides on both of them are 20, and one of the other sides is 16, and both of them have the same 90-degree right angle. These shapes have the same length sides and the same size angles, so they are congruent. Here's an example of similar shapes. If you notice, to go from the left one to the right one, we have to divide by 2. 6 divided by 2 gets me 3, and 10 divided by 2 gets me 5. So they're proportional because I multiply the sides by the same number. Here we can tell that the angles are the same because that bottom left angle is another right 90-degree angle. So because they have the same size angles, but proportional lengths, these triangles are similar. Now I want you to try. On your notes are two shapes. Are those shapes similar or congruent?